and welcome back. We're doing something a little bit different today. Today's going to be the very last episode of Eco Lifestyle, and it's going to be a kind of review kind of thing. And I originally had planned a gameplay episode, but I messed up and deleted the audio for the thing. So I was like, and with the new Star Wars pack announced, I was like, well, we might as well just do this. So we're done. You guys are watching the wedding. So let's talk about what I thought of Eco Lifestyle. So as always, I like to start with the build, the buy, and the creator sim. And I thought everything was pretty good in this pack. I wasn't really a fan of those weird jean skirt things, and some of the other stuff wasn't really my style, but I felt like the items were all really well made and looked good in game. I really like a lot of the kids stuff, and some of the hairs are quite nice. Again, some of the hairs weren't really my style, but like I said, I think it was overall a pretty solid pack. I like all the extra plants, the clutter, all the wood tones. I thought there was some cool stuff, so that was a lot of fun. Now, gameplay. Oh my gosh, I was going to talk about the world next, but that's fine. We'll talk about the world. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so the world, I thought it was awesome. I really like how they had 3 very distinct zones. A lot of the times when they release worlds, there's different zones in the world, but this one really felt like completely different parts of the town, and I really liked the aesthetic of the world. I liked all the little details they put in, like how you'd see trash flying around as the place was, messy. And so I thought that was really cool. I liked how it was just laid out. It was a good, it was a good kind of thing. There was a pretty good balance of community. There could have been more community lots. I would have liked to see maybe a gym or a library, but that's okay. I suppose you could build one in. And we got a decent amount of lots, which I was pretty happy with. So there you go. I was pretty happy with the world. I thought it was good. Okay, now actually talking about gameplay. I thought it was pretty solid and pretty versatile as well. Like, while there wasn't too much to do, we did get a new career, a new freelance career, and we also got a couple new skills like this candle making and the fabricator, and then there was also the naps and the community lots, I suppose, which were voted in. And so I thought that was a really fun feature, and I think the naps are really not game-changing, but kind of, because, I think I counted them, and there's 27, I think. So don't quote me on that, but I think there's about 30. And you can have 4 naps active at a time, and that's a lot of combos. Like, a lot of combos. Like, there's probably over 100 different combos. I can't maths, so someone who is smarter than me can put that in the comments if they want to. But let's say there's 27. You can have 4. It's a lot of different naps and combos, and I feel like it's quite versatile, and you can kind of use it for a lot of stuff. And I think it's really good. I appreciated it. I don't know. So, of course, we have to talk about the stuff I didn't like in the pack, because obviously there's going to be some flaws in pretty much everything we get. I don't think I've ever had a totally 100% positive review of a pack, because it's like, well, I guess there's stuff that we don't like in all things, I guess. I don't know. So, I don't like Dumpster Woohoo. It's not really like a big issue. I just think it's really gross. Because you can woohoo in a dumpster and it's just nasty. It's a new animation, so there's nothing really wrong with it, but I just find it really yucky. But that's okay. Okay, so I've only got 3 complaints, and that's number 1. We're starting with, I find, I don't know. I kind of ranked them in my annoyance level. So that was the least annoying. We're moving on to number 2. So the community gardens is my second complaint, because, and I don't think it's a bad idea, I think it's a great idea in theory, but it just doesn't work with how plants work in The Sims 4, because plants do not grow unless you are on the lot or in the area. So if there's a plant, say, I don't know, in the neighborhood, and it's like in a little community garden by your house, but it's not actually in your house. It will still grow because it's loaded in. It's by your house. But if it's on a different lot in the neighborhood, like say your neighbor's growing a plant, it's not going to grow. And so that's how the community garden works as well. So if you're living in that neighborhood and the community garden has plants growing there, they're not going to grow because you're not loaded in. So unless you're spending all of your time at the community garden, the plants don't grow. And I find that's a real shame. It would have been nice to see if that were, I don't know. I suppose it's hard from a programming perspective to make it a lot that can change and be different, but I feel like it should have been a bit more dynamic, like how the festival lots are in City Living. I don't know, maybe that's just me, or maybe they couldn't have worked it out, but I feel like, to me, the community garden's pretty much useless because no one's going to be there all the time, and so that's just like, you know, yeah, I don't know. So it's like, it's a great idea in theory, but it just doesn't work with the current constraints of the game. So I'd really like to see that changed, that maybe the community garden has like a special thing and plants grow all the time and extra fast there. I don't know, something so that it's actually useful, because it's not really useful at the moment. So my last complaint, which I find is the most annoying complaint, is the sharing is caring nap. So it's just this one nap called Sharing is Caring, and pretty much what happens is Sims take items, because sharing is caring, from lots, and that's fine. Like, in theory, that sounds okay. But the problem is they take from community lots as well, and community lots all have requirements to be a proper community lot and to function. And so Sims that you can control come in and they take the items that are required for the community lot, and then the lot no longer functions because it's not complete. And you have to manually go in and put the stuff down. And it just, I really don't like it, because it's like, well, now all my community lots are incomplete, like it doesn't work, like it's just a real pain. Like, it's one thing if some guy comes over and steals my bike, or a guy comes over and he takes my TV or my fridge. Like, that's kind of funny. It's kind of like you can go out and you can steal a fridge back, like, from them. Like, you know, you kind of do that. But with a community lot, I just don't think it works. So I'd like to see some changes implemented for this nap, to maybe be that only the active household can take items from community lots. Because I feel like when the non-active households take items, it ruins it, because then the lot's incomplete. Like, at least if you are taking an item from a community lot, you know you have to replace it, and, you know, I figure you're probably doing that because you're playing like a kleptomaniac sim and it's like fun stealing, haha, I don't know. But I don't know, I just found that probably, I don't know. It just, I don't know. I'd like to see some changes for that and the community garden as well. But those are my two real, like, major complaints. Dumpster Boohoo's gross, but it's not like a wouldn't buy the pack because Sims are nasty and sleep in dumpsters. But finally, let's talk about what I thought overall about the pack. So I would 100% recommend this pack. It does have some minor issues, like I mentioned, with the community garden and the sharing is caring, but overall I think it's a really solid pack. It adds a lot of gameplay. There's a lot of variety you can add. It can be used in a wide range of saves, like with all the different naps and the combinations and stuff like that. And I really feel like it's kind of hard to explain. It feels like the pack has a certain charm. It reminds me of some of the older games, like that you'd see some bugs around and it was a bit grungy. There's kind of like a quirky humor to it. It's like, I don't know, it just has that kind of almost like that old school charm of the earlier sim games. It's not quite the same level, like it's not as dark as some of the earlier Sims games, but I feel like it's, I don't know, it really captures the old essence of the game, and I really appreciate that because, I don't know, it has that kind of quirkiness, you know? I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I think it's, I don't know. And so I think that's probably due to the fact they've got some new gurus working on the expansion packs. I think it was Sim Guru Doy, who is pretty cool on Twitter. They're always posting like Dungeons and Dragons stuff and all this cool stuff and interacting with the community a lot. I'd definitely go check them out. I'll maybe link their Twitter and stuff, but I don't know. I just feel like they've maybe got some fresh ideas in, and people who are quite passionate and have kind of quirky sense of humor, which I feel like is a lot, I don't know, more towards the core of the Sims, which I miss. Like, you know, I miss some of the quirkiness in the order pack. So I think I would recommend this pack, and that's pretty much it. But before we end the video and the series, I would like to say thank you. Thank you for still being here. Thank you for sticking with the series and this family. I think we're up to Generation 6 now, maybe 6, I don't know, of the expansion pack legacy. So pretty much what happens is new pack, new generation, you know. But yeah, I don't know. So a special, just thank you so much. And I also wanted to do extra special thanks for the people who made Sims for this series. The Sims are absolutely amazing and I love them. And now that they're in the save, they're going to be in all future saves because, you know, as we progress in the legacy, like the Sims just stay around. I've got the age span on long, so I think we've still got Sims like from seasons in the game, and they'll just pop up around the world, and it's really awesome. And I don't know, I like seeing them around, so extra thank you for you guys. So finally, I feel like I do have to address the elephant in the room before I end the video. Sims for Star Wars pack? Question mark. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I'm not a super Star Wars fan, but I'm interested, intrigued, excited, curious, cautious. I don't know. I think it looks interesting. I like the build by from what I've seen, and we will be playing it on the channel. I'm going to be checking it out with Daisy's little sister, Ash, who I've mentioned in the series, and she's had a couple episodes and stuff, so we will be playing with her. And pretty much what happens is we'll play with Daisy, we won't play with Daisy, we'll play with Ash, and then Ash may have kids in the series. I'm kind of just going to see how it goes. We'll explore the pack, and then we'll finish off the game pack series. And then when another expansion pack comes out, we will play with one of Daisy's kids. I haven't quite decided who yet. And then the one we don't play with for Daisy's kids, we'll play with the next game pack. So it'll kind of move on like that, and Ash's story will be like separate to everyone else, but she's like kind of part of the fam, and we'll be hanging out with her. So that is the current plan. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. So let me know, what did you guys think about Eco Lifestyle? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Are you playing with it? What do you really like? I don't know. I think it's really cool. I don't know. I enjoyed it. But anyways, and are you looking forward to the Star Wars pack? I know there's a lot of negativity on Twitter at the moment, and also Tumblr. People seem to be quite upset. I'm not upset, and I know a lot of people like, wow, we're getting spaceships before cars, but I don't know. I feel like it'll be, I don't really care about cars, so it doesn't bother me. But I think if it's done right, it will be good. I'm going to hold my judgment until then, but the build objects that I saw looked good. I'm looking forward to doing some funky industrial builds. But anyways, I'm going to go now. We're not going to talk about Star Wars anymore. So thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry, so sorry that I messed up on the audio with this. It's the first time it's ever happened. I talked about what was going on, I think, in Asylum episode 107. So if you want to know how I messed up the audio and how a bad week I had, stay tuned and let's see that episode when it comes out, because, like, yikes, I had a rough week that time. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.